Fellow Southern Cameroonians, accept revolutionary greetings from me. Today is the 2nd of May in the year of our Lord 2019. I'm bringing to you here a very important and urgent media release from the Southern Cameroon's Liberation Council, the SCLC. The press statement is titled, SCLC distances itself from purported suspension of Dr. Samuel Sako. The Southern Cameroon's Liberation Council, SCLC, distances itself from a statement issued earlier today by Comrade Dr. Fontem Neba, in which he claimed that Comrade Dr. Samuel Sako had been suspended from this platform. As the convener facilitator of the recently concluded All Southern Cameroon's People's Conference, ASCPC, held in Washington, D.C., Comrade Dr. Fontem Neba remains actively engaged with the SCLC as a consultant. He, however, has zero authority, zero mandate, and absolutely no locus standi to take decisions on behalf of the SCLC, talk less of suspending a member of the collaborative outfit. We recall that members of the SCLC remain independent entities at liberty to pursue their programs while collaborating more closely with each other on common actions, including 4 broad areas identified as part of the Memorandum of Understanding. There is therefore no justification for Dr. Comrade Neba Fontem or anyone else at the SCLC taking such a decision. It is especially unacceptable given that it was never debated and or approved by SCLC leaders. The SCLC has carried out due diligence and confirmed that Comrade Sisiku AyukTabe issued a decision intended to dissolve the interim government based on concerns the leadership held in the dungeons of La République du Cameroon raised. We respect the independence of each of our movements and appreciate deeply the contribution each of them brings to our revolution. We have a whole new appreciation this day of one of the resolutions adopted at the ASCPC calling for the setting up of a conflict resolution mechanism. The SCLC commits to ramp up the setting up of this institution and will, in the course of the next few days, be inviting persons qualified to serve on this mechanism to begin the very important work of helping the stakeholders at the interim government to find a quick internal solution to their misunderstandings. Our goal is to prevent, mitigate, and resolve disputes more effectively and in ways that stop the washing of Ambazonian dirty linen in public. This statement has been debated, agreed to, and issued this 2nd day of May in the year of our Lord 2019 by the entire leadership of the Southern Cameroon's Liberation Council. My dear people, this is a very trying moment. A very trying moment in our revolution. This is the time that rather than see ourselves fighting each other or tearing ourselves apart, we have to be coming together. We have resolved that this is the time to build bridges among ourselves and not the time to burn them, not the time to blow them up. This is the time more than ever before for us to address all fleeting issues affecting all or any of our individual organizations in a very responsible manner, in such a way that it does not affect our revolution, especially negatively. At this point in time, all hands have to be on deck as we prepare to face the 20th May challenge before us. My dear people, take note that at the SCLC, our ambition is to be the ones setting the agenda, is to be proactive and not to be reactive most of the time. Our ambition is to make sure that we will no longer find ourselves running behind the calendar of events of La République du Cameroon. However, while we set up our own plan of action and work towards it to make sure that we realize the only goal we are after, total freedom and the independence of the Southern Cameroons, we will do everything in our power to make sure that the 20th May challenge that is before us is met with equal firmness. My dear people, we have come up with a common treasury, and you are all aware that all our efforts will come to naught if we don't have the means to meet the objective we have set for ourselves. We have done our own part of the job. We expect you to also do your own part of the job by understanding that it is the partnership between us, your servants, and you, our bosses, that will lead to the attainment of our objective. We commit once more to continue to make sure that news that will generally come out concerning our organizations wouldn't be news of destabilization. It is not in the interest of any single one of us to see any of our organizations disintegrated. That is why we are going to be doing all what it takes to make sure that differences that come up are handled in a very responsible and comely manner. Accept sincere greetings and encouragement from all the members of the SCLC. God is with us.